welcome everyone. It's Monday night. Usually every Monday we do our review shows for the shows that we watch on Sunday. Didn't have a show last week because the show that we are reviewing right now is Power Book 3, Raising Kanan season 2. Um so last night they showed they showed episode 7. Very interesting episode for those supporting gamers. I see you in here early, brother. Appreciate your support. Um, so we're gonna get right to it. Keisha's not here. She actually just she basically sent me the trash emoji of how she felt about this episode. She was not pleased with it. She said it's not good. It's bad. Um, and it's just not good. I particularly I didn't think the episode was as bad, and I'm not. Let me preface by saying it. The episode kept up to par with the season. So that's what I mean. It's not bad. It's the same. The season has been trash, so the episode is falling right in line. So we're gonna discuss it, quickly and shortly because it's really not much to discuss. It's all over the place. They got this season. It's crazy. It's called Raising Canaan, but they're not even talking about Canaan. It's literally all over the place. You got a rogue cop investigating another cop. You got Rock trying to get all these connects. You got Unique in New Jersey. You got Marvin getting an Italian boy to kill a girl. Just all over the place. I'm gonna let Dwayne say what he want to say about it. I know he how he feels already.
I mean, it's just more of the same. You know what I mean? I get the whole, Juke with her mother and her mother being in the church, so now Juke going out with a boy, and you know, the whole Juke being at the cemetery, and the father shows up, and what happened to that videotape of you and my daughter? Like they reaching, they reaching. You know what I mean? Him being divorced from his wife, that's not unusual. Really in life, sometimes when people suffer tragedies, they can't they can't keep it together and they can't keep their marriage together.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. Marvin and the therapist, we knew it was going that route. They went a roundabout way with it.
So predictable.
Kanan sleeping with the girl's mother. You knew that was going to
Yeah, he got him
happen.
some seasoned coochie.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. Um, I just think Rock is sloppy, man. Like you look at how the business is being run, she's sloppy, and she normally ain't sloppy, man. And the characters that made me really like the show, they haven't really developed this year, man. Like they haven't really developed Unique this year. Like what is it really? What is he really doing? Like also, man, they just changed the character of Lou. Like they changed him, man. Like I, I don't know. I want to believe that with Lou getting beat down like that, that he will be clapping back, not going to the other dude like trying to borrow money
Yeah,
and
he
stuff.
he he he
It
went to
just,
Cartier without even strapping up. Like you, Lulu would have went and put some work in, defended
I'm
himself.
saying, man. Like I don't know, man. Like maybe I just expected too much out of it. I know
Supporting
people.
Gaiman said this, Dwayne. He said Raising Canaan is just a made up story. Canaan came up with it in his head. And his mama actually died, and he was raised by his grandma. He meets Ghost and Tommy and tells him the events of Books 3 to gain a rep. I mean,
I,
it, I mean, if you taking us on a ride, take us on a ride. That ain't even. I feel what you're saying, supporting gaming, but beatdowns usually are more colorful. When somebody's beating you down, you know they embellishing the story, aka lying and making it bigger than what it is. This story's putting us to sleep. This story got us not even. We like what we do. We're all friends, so we really enjoy watching shows. Definitely, it's getting the weather's changing. So you want to give a
weather's
positive
change.
critique on these shows, but honestly, if you're honest, this whole season has been all over the place. They literally got 10 different storylines. Now, Dwayne, Rock gonna kill Symphony.
I didn't understand that whole thing. Right, I didn't understand that. And I don't understand why this lady, this female, is going so hard to uncover Howard's story. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm trying. You know, I try to give it a chance every week. I try to want to like it because, you know, from the first show, people was telling me I was too hard on it. I wasn't letting the show develop. And here we are today after 7 episodes. And I'm still scratching my head.
I think a lot of times because people may feel like they like other prior work. And we decided to watch the show like last season. I didn't like it as much as you, but I liked it, and I was intrigued to doing this review. I'm always intrigued to doing it because this is what we do. But it's like, yo, what are y'all doing? The storylines are all over the place. So now Unique is post up in Jersey, got all this stuff. Like, just it's just too much. Marvin getting the Italian guy who basically they was just beefing with to go kill a girl for him, and you knew when the Italian guy had the in the car with him, you knew it wasn't gonna go right. As soon as you seen him with him, you automatically in your head said, "Oh, this is not gonna
Gonna
go
go
right."
wrong.
And he
Yeah.
should even have been there. Like if he didn't want his father to know, he should have just put the work in by himself. So now the mafia guy's son and got killed. He gonna go to Marvin and say, "You owe me." It's just so predictable of what it should be. It's like it's lazy writing.
It
It's
is.
really bad.
It is. Listen, I want it to be good, man. I do. I really do want it to be good, man. But
Okay, we got supporting games and Ratchet Studios. Me and Dwayne going we watching it. We gonna do this. Y'all doing a review show with me and Dwayne tonight. Will the show ever explain the plot hole with Jukebox last name? In Power Book One, she was called Laverne Garner. In Book Three, it's Thomas, but her mama name is Garner.
isn't Gardner.
Isn't Garner? Hey, they expect people like you that watch these shows that you're not going to notice that type of stuff. That's what they expect.
Mm-hmm.
Ratchet Studios, I'm more concerned about what happened on the set than the storyline at this point. It just feels like they threw the show away on purpose. Yeah,
No,
man.
but listen. I think he did. I think he did because he knew he was going to have this situation with stars. So I don't think 50 wanted this season to be like everything everybody talking about because he knew he was going to step off from stars. So I think this is why he's giving us the season he's giving us. That's just me. I could be wrong. But what advantage is it for him to come out and knock this out of the park this year, knowing he was beefing with stars? Like, what's happening with the Power Universe? Where is it going to be
We
shown?
don't know. And we don't know. The Power Universe is up in the air. We know 50 has a show coming out November 3rd on We with Mona Scott Young in reference to hip hop homicides. So that's totally different than what he's doing. Well, what he was doing with Stars, and we don't know when the next show is going to drop. We don't know when BMF is going to come or Power Book 3. Hold on, I'm gonna read y'all comments. The whole scene with Marco and Dominic was stupid. Why bring an idiot with you on a job to kill someone? Ended up getting himself killed. Exactly, and we seen the idiot up in the woods. Like Dwayne has a name that he calls. Dwayne calls characters this because this is what they are. In real life, Dwayne says it about people, but he actually says it during our review shows. Some characters are what they call comic relief. The guy was comic relief,
He
but you
was.
can't have him come back in a whole nother scene. Now going to go kill someone. That's just one scene, a guest appearance. You never get seen again. Like you don't have him come back on again. Ratchet Studio says, but of all his shows went to shit. So even if he has his own network, I could care less. And see
Again,
that Ratchet Studios, that is what I have the issue with. I have the issue is that 50, we all been watching these shows. They all been good for the lack of better words. He's been doing his thing. He's basically becoming a junior, with all due respect, a junior Dick Wolf. We're having all these shows on the network. But if he did sabotage this, to me, this puts such a bad taste in his supporters' mouths. Like, what's going to be the incentive if they be like, yo, they got a Power Book 3, got a season 3? How am I going to go? How am I going to be able to say to Dwayne and Keisha, yo, we doing a review? Dwayne will be rolling his eyes at me like, yo, I don't know about that. Let me,
Listen, I was so into this show last year. Like, of the three of us, I was the one that bought into this whole Raising Kanan the most, man. So that's why I've been, I think, the most disappointed in this season because Sasha and them ain't give us nothing, man. They giving us nothing.
Supporting Gaming said, keep in mind, we got to wait 4 more seasons to see Breeze goes to top. It's not going to make 4 seasons.
Mm-mm.
Respectfully, it's not going to make 4 seasons. Dwayne just brought up the creator of the show. The creator of the show, his name is Sasha Penn. He made an IG post, and anybody that supports these shows should go to his IG post. He made an IG post in reference to the Vulture magazine gives out honest, real critiques of his show. So if you're a supporter of his show, you should go on that page, Sasha Penn, and tell him how you feel about the show. A lot of times people get in these groups and shows and they sit here and they kowtow and they sit and they say, oh, the show was good. If you didn't like it, say it. As a consumer, you're the target audience. So if you have a problem with something, you should say it. I didn't get a chance to comment because we had just I was setting up for this show, but I'm gonna definitely comment and be like, look, we've been supporting everything y'all do, man. To me, y'all took a hard left turn in this season.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I can't find anything that I enjoyed out of this episode. I can't find one thing that I enjoyed.
I want to tell Fifth to remake the show on his own network without the hidden agendas. I mean, and even with that, with the issue with Stars, Stars is owned by Lionsgate. 50 has a beautiful relationship with Lionsgate, the parent company. I mean, we know how 50 move. Sometimes the way that he moves is not a way that you move in certain businesses. Me personally, I think that he overplayed his hand. I think he went too far, and now where's he going? What network? Hulu. I don't know too many people that even big up Hulu. Hulu shows, Hulu's original shows. People talk Netflix, and then they'll talk Amazon Prime,
Apple Plus.
and I don't even know if he had the studios. And that's another thing. Like if Stars own the studios where they filmed Power Book, because they did uh, Power Book 2 Ghost already. They did season 3
Mm.
already. So where we going?
But where is it going to be broadcast? Where
Exactly.
is it going?
And if Stars gonna say something, be like, yo, y'all used our studios for this. We put out money. So now it might get caught up in court. And
Yeah.
50 don't have a problem with going to court about nothing. Let's see. I like Raising Kanan for some of the things, characters like Marvin and Solaris, and just trying to be patient. Let me tell you something about Marvin. London Brown. London Brown is a tremendous young actor.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever watch Ballers. Me and Dwayne both watch Ballers. He nails it. He nailed it in Ballers. He is a good young actor, as well as the guy who plays Lulu. I forget his name offhand. So you got good actors. I think they're just trying to make. It's so all over the place. Like, what is the storyline of Raising Kanan season 2? If anybody could tell me that, what's the theme? We all know each episode has a different name, but what is the theme? It's not about Raising Kanan. This whole season really been about Jukebox. About Juke. And her transition, her being angry with her father, finding out her mother, having issues with her sexuality, and you know what's gonna happen. The boy done kissed her. You got the guy who was given, I don't know what type of Bible study he was given in that basement. He just was talking. And her mother, she hasn't been able to tell her mother, like, I'm not into boys. You seen how awkward she was when they went shopping in episode 6. So it's more about her because Kanan is soft now. Kanan was kind of getting tough last. Kanan be late to the draw. Famous know more about the streets than Kanan. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Right, the studio said at the end of the day, film and TV is ran by the booze and the wise guys. Tyler Perry has that remarkable state of filmmaking and has no film or shows to show for it.
well, he
Well,
got a lot of
well,
shows. It's just that his
I
shows.
Ratchet Studios, I
Let me address that. Tyler Perry got a lot of shows out. They're just on BET and on some other networks that ain't mainstream networks, but he's producing a lot of shows on that studio for sure.
and he does have an exclusive deal with BET with some stuff.
But
Um, Ratchet Studios, I think that the when you talk about TV and studios, the opportunities are there. It's a lot of creative people. It's a lot of creative people that speak to the culture that we like. You know, the urban culture. I've actually interviewed some people that's into it. Next week, I'm gonna actually interview a guy that Dwayne and myself grew up with, who's gonna be coming out with his first movie. He's a comedian, and you have another guy that we grew up with who's out in California doing this thing. He had a couple films, so the opportunities are there. It's just creators got to understand, like, yo, if you don't, it's all about the money. It's all about the advertisement. So if you got to, as they say, pay what you weigh. You can't go go in these big studios and demand certain things, but you know, we'll see going forward. But it's a lot of great young up and coming writers and people making movies.
yeah, man. I mean, I want everybody to win. I want everybody to be successful.
Shows always turn into a female drama with the white savior and rainbows. But all his shows look trash. I mean, if you're into Tyler Perry gets criticized for a lot of his content. And he said he uses his creative eye based off of off of his experiences. So a lot of times we can't ask somebody to write something or put something together based off of something that they know nothing about. The urban folks will have an entire studio, but will still run a great project to meet the requirements of Universal, Warner, etc. Well, they're the big boys. I mean, independent film is something. I mean, a lot of people. Nate Parker did he did his film was independent. What was Nate Parker's film he did? Hold up, I can't even remember. But he bought his film was independent, and then he
He
wanted
did a
something.
Nat Turner film. Didn't
It
he
was a
do
Nat
a Nat
Turner
Turner?
film, and it was independent. And then Fox bought it, and nobody showed up. People boycotted the movie because of a charge that he had that he won. He was acquitted on a charge, and he won. And then people started boycotting his movie. We don't show up and show out. We don't support these independent films. Only Tyler Perry films I enjoy were the older ones, not the current ones. So yeah, back to Raising Kanan though. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this episode a 3.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I'm gonna give it a 1. I mean, it's just I want it to be good, but it's crazy because as I was watching Raising Kanan, it didn't keep my attention, so I started doing other things and just had it on in the background because it really just didn't keep my attention. I only watched it once, and I usually, because we do these shows, I'll give a show 2 or 3 views. I couldn't bring myself to watch this one more than once. It's just I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I hope it gets better. You know, what is it? 3 more episodes left? They doing
Mm-hmm.
10?
3 more episodes
No,
left.
I don't know. Are they doing 10? How many they doing? I don't know.
They doing 10.
Meanwhile, City on the Hill just gave me a banger 8 episode season and knocked it out the park, but ain't nobody watching.
Until we have 100% control of what gets released, it doesn't matter how many resources the community has. Paid in Full was fired because it was a film that went straight to DVD. I wasn't a Paid in Full fan. I didn't like Paid in Full. I'm being honest. I don't. For me, when you tell a story about stuff that's real, I'm a person that loves history. So I understand that when you tell a story that really happened, you have to make it adapted for TV and the consumers.
Mhm.
But to me, that takes away from what really happened and what certain circumstances that happened. Like I told you guys before, the other Dame Dash film that he did was Paper Soldiers with Kevin Hart, and I always tell people the story. That was not supposed to be a comedy. They made it into a comedy, and it was a joke, but the actual story was real and based off of real people and real events. So okay, so the cougar kept your attention. Yeah, that was that's what I call that season thing, man. Kanan got him some pie. Her daughter missed with the milk carton, and that her daughter called her a hoe.
Mm.
But anyway, Dwayne give it a 1. I'm giving it a 3. You guys in the chat, what are you guys giving Raising Kanan season 2, episode 7? Ratchet Studios, what you giving it? I know you probably give it a 0. And supporting gaming, you might give it a 1 just because they use good film.
Yeah, I'm interested. One thing I will say that did interest me from it was how we're going to see the father, going to see Nicole's father. Like, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, he went to ask the father about the cop.
Yeah.
Ratchet Studio said, "Do I think that the cougar is trying to line Kanan up? Nah, she ain't trying to line Kanan up. She trying to get some of that young stallion.
She want what her
He
daughter.
young. The funniest thing is that she's a cougar in the show, but she looked like she about 21, 22. She was
Kanan
like,
ain't,
she told her daughter, you got to know how to keep a man.
you know,
Damn.
Kanan was concerned, but he wasn't that concerned to
No,
leave.
no, she was like, but you her mother. She was like, but I'm a woman. He was like, for real? Yeah, for real. That's a woman, bro.
Yeah.
Yolanda gave it a 3.
Listen,
Yolanda is holding on for dear life with you, huh? Yes, Yolanda, yes. It was all over the place. That has been our problem with the show. They got 9 different storylines going on. Don't get me wrong, I like Omar Dorsey as an actor, but I thought he just was going to be a couple episodes. It's like Cartier is going to be a big guy in this. Like
yeah, well, then they introduced the dude that used to play Basie on Greenleaf.
when they
This
introduced
year.
him as then he talking about I had an accident in my bathroom. No, you got some work done on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dwayne dropped for a second, you guys. Oh, Yolanda said the young girl is in her 20s. She plays Andy on Sisters. Damn. See, she did look familiar, but she had that little negligee on. She ain't no cougar then. She just an older woman for Kanan. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Oh, Nicole, you right. You keep wanting to like it. It's a 4. It's like you forcing yourself to like it. You forcing yourself to watch it. Don't force yourself to like it though.
I'm not forcing myself to like this garbage.
Make sure y'all hit the like button on the show right
Only
now.
reason
No.
I'm watching this show is because my partner over here still like to do the review show on it. If I put you in the behind the scenes, me and Keisha was trying to get him to bag this review. Four episodes ago.
Hey, how y'all feel about Dahmer? Should we do Dahmer, Dwayne, or no?
Nope, nope. And
It's, I'm amazed. You know what?
I'll tell
I'm
you
amazed.
why. I'll tell you why I'm not thrilled with this Dahmer on Netflix because they didn't consult the families of the victims.
Keisha told me. Keisha told me that she feel as though because she started watching some of it. She said they're trying to make him out to be a good guy.
Mhm.
Like basically blame his parents, you know. And basically he was nothing but Ed Buck. Ed Buck before Ed Buck. If you guys don't know who Ed Buck is, you should look him up. Ed Buck was the same way, going chasing Bussy out in California and and then drugging them, having sex with guys, drugging them, and then they end up dead.
Yeah, I just don't like because
Now we
y'all
won't
family.
support. I won't support the Ratchet Studios. I won't support the Mike Tyson joint on Hulu because Mike said it was unauthorized. I mean, you know,
Yeah, no, I
but
ain't taking anything away from anybody because I hear a lot of people seem to be enjoying this Dharma thing. But I was at my sister's and she had the View on, and they started talking about it, and then one of the young ladies on the View was like, the family members are very upset because you bringing this back again, and they got to go through all this again, and
the family members and the LGBT community
yeah,
is
and so they
upset.
weren't. They just feel like they should have been contacted, because it's opening up old wounds for them, man.
Dwayne. What's interesting is that to us, Dahmer was just yesterday, but this show is introducing a younger audience of who he was. I mean,
Yeah.
we remember even as kids about John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, these type of nuts that was running around here just killing people. So it's amazing that a audience, most people don't know. Like it was just recent history, early '90s. Oh, you wasn't feeling the Mike Tyson on Hulu? Yeah, the Mike Tyson thing is Mike Tyson. My personal view with Mike Tyson is it's a miracle how his life has changed in a good way. In a good
I mean,
way.
how many times we gonna tell his story though, man? How many Mike
Yeah,
Tyson? I don't know. I don't know.
yeah.
Let me just stick to the horrible nature of Raising Canaan.
Well, with that, you guys, we're gonna close the show down. Long day today. Both of us had a long day today. We got a long week ahead of us. Me and the little guy are gonna be together this weekend, man. I can't wait.
Trouble, man.
Whew. It's gonna be an
Potential trouble.
interesting
Potential
weekend.
trouble.
So with that, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe
Hey,
to the
don't be
channel.
stubborn like me, man. Turn your heat on, man. It's cold in the Northeast. It's cold and rainy.
Cold
40
and rainy.
degrees. Man, turn your heat on, man.
Don't be
Don't
surprised.
be
Don't
stubborn
be
like
surprised tomorrow when I call you. I'll be telling you yo, it's snowing up here, yo.
I'm surprised. It's freezing. I got out of work and it was 42 degrees.
Ratchet Studios, salute, man. We appreciate the kind words. Trust me,
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate it. We do a sports show on the weekend, man. Very interesting. We have another
Check
YouTube
us
channel.
out, man. Check us
It's
out, man.
called Let's Talk to Sports. Very
We do
interesting
all the
stuff on
sports.
there.
So
We
all
talk
y'all
about football. We
Philly,
talk about a bunch of sports. We probably gonna do a bunch of stuff together this weekend because we're gonna be at a football game together.
all
Hopefully,
y'all Philly fans, man. All y'all Philly, because I know we got people from Philly to watch. Is Ben Simmons gonna run scared again this year? Not show up in
see
Philly?
see you guys. If I can get Dwayne to start watching basketball again, let me just tell y'all. Me and one of Dwayne's first conversations when we first met, Dwayne was a big fan of Magic Johnson. He's a Knick fan, but he's a big fan of Magic Johnson. I can't get Dwayne to talk basketball no more. That's how bad he is on the NBA right now. But it's called okay, yeah, check it out, man. Uh it's some guys that's talking right now. We used to bet, so you know, parlay. We know all that stuff, man.
Yeah, oh my
Uh
God. Yeah,
let's talk to
two
sports, man. We'll talk to you about it on
talk
Sunday.
to you about it there.
But With that, man, everybody have a blessed night, man. Stay safe, stay warm, and wherever you at, man, tell your people you love them.
Yeah, man. Life is short, man. I know another young man that passed away today, man. So, they used to have the old saying, man, here today, gone tomorrow. But it's changed to here today, gone today, man. And it's just that precious. And that's why we don't take ourselves too seriously when we do these review shows or the sports shows. And it's these type of moments, man, that I could share with a friend since the sixth grade that make, life special, man. So be calm, man. Let people know you love them. For real.
With that, y'all take care. Have a great night.
That's a great comment.